called independence, our people are made to live in fear and corroding. Our people are made to live in a corroding sense of fear and a nagging sense of nobodiness. My people, we must destroy this inferiority complex that has been taught into us all these years. That is why we are never able to unite and defeat the politicians. Politicians use lies. Politicians, my people, are liars and thieves. And they have stolen our freedom. They have stolen our land. They have stolen our minds. They have stolen our future. Politicians are established in lies and failed promises. And so now we are victims, more than 60 years, victims of failed hopes, or rather failed promises, blasted hopes, and deferred dreams. And the situation is getting worse every day. Tell me, my people, the more somebody said, the more things change, the more they remain the same. Why are things not changing? I'm so saddened by what is happening in Kenya. That today, young men are being killed by the police. And the police are not taken anywhere. Police kill people because they know they'll get away with it. Because our justice system is broken, totally broken. In fact, we will never get justice in this kind of courts that we have in Kenya. Because these courts and all systems that we have, including our educational system, our religious system, were bequeathed unto us by colonialists. That's why you go into a court of law and hear a lawyer or a magistrate or other people go to court calling a judge my lord. How can you expect to call someone my lord and you wait for them to give you justice? We must stop this worshipping of criminals. It is the same thing with politics. We have been worshipping our leaders. Literally, they have become like small gods. We are worshipping them, forgetting that they are human beings, like us, like me and you. That is why they kill us. In fact, the issue of police killings of our struggle. Please, let us not allow any politician to take advantage of our struggle. I myself, people have been telling me to offer myself for an elected post in this country, but I will not, I cannot. I'm going to stand with the people until the time we will create a movement that will remove these people from power. And it is possible, my people. I want to give you a parallel to history, the history of this country. In 1992, when people were killed for demanding the removal of the Section 2A by Moi, many people were killed by then. I compared that with what happened during the Gen Zs. But when that happened, the people came together. The people united. And they formed a very strong vehicle that was called Ford, if you can remember that. I don't know how many were there at that time. They formed a very strong vehicle called Ford. And Ford was very, very powerful. And Ford was going to remove Moi from power. Until Moi and his people, the same way government does today, they use government operatives like NIS to delay the elections. And that is how Moi was able to divide the opposition. But if Moi had not managed to do that, to divide the opposition, those people had united with a common cause, and they had united to save the country. Now, my people, we have come to a moment where we must save this country. All of us, not some people, all of us. Yes. So I'm asking my fellow human rights defenders, why have we failed to unite? It has come to a point where I have come to realize the problem might not be so much our politicians, but the problem might be with us, the citizens, as the people. Why have we refused to unite, all of us Kenyans, against the presidency of William Ruto? The presidency of William Ruto has become a disaster to this country, and it is a disaster to the future of this country. And the more he remains in power, the more casualties we'll have, the more problems we have, the more suffering will continue going through. These people are murderers. The police are killing people. Denzel Omondi was killed. And these issues have not been solved.
But it is not for president, it's a Kasongo.
Yeah, Kasongo. Let's go. So my people, he continued to celebrate with the song and dance, saying he is ready to kill more people. What kind of animals have our police become? Yeah, they say it's accident. You are killed, you die in Kenya as a poor person. They will say it is accident, my people. How long shall we continue losing lives? Our lives we must take our lives in our country. We must take the destiny of our lives in our country, my people. Otherwise, I don't understand. I don't understand my people at all. I don't understand. We have refused to speak with one another. We have refused to speak the truth. And now the church, which is the one, the institution we should be waiting for to give us the truth, has liars, has collaborated with our oppressors, with the people who are killing us. Ruto is a murderer. Ruto is a killer. He killed our people. He has got blood on his hands. And I think this is the language that we must speak in Africa. Yes, why is it that African leaders must kill their own people to continue killing into power? Ask yourself why. These people are vampires. They are not human beings. They are vampires surviving off human blood, living off human blood. They are living off, in fact, they make sacrifices to their own people to continue killing into power. That is why we have the same leaders years and years and years, over and over again, and that we are never able to vote them out of power. And if you are waiting to vote them out of power, it cannot happen. I'll tell you the first place that you must vote them out. You must vote them out of your heart. Sure. So for this country to be saved, my people, we must be ready to change our mindset. That's the only thing that will change this country. One issue now that had destroyed this country, I've tried to tell people, I've tried to organize people around this issue, you have refused to listen. The issue of tribalism and tribal hatred in this country. Tribalism is what helps politicians or the political class to defeat us. Sure. In fact, I believe, and this statement is very strong, I don't know whether somebody will hear this. Tribalism is a US imperialist strategy to divide Africans so that they can continue oppressing our people and exploiting our minerals and our resources.
What can you tell farmers followers?
Well, what I would say is that what I've said is very clear. We must stop worshipping individuals, glorifying individuals. In fact, I believe this God is teaching us a lesson because we have trusted in human beings. And you know, God does not like people who trust in human beings. That is why these people are being exposed. So what I would say to those who are calling the followers of so and so, I don't like naming names because I hate politics and I hate politicians. I hate because I know it's a game that is played on our minds to keep us enslaved and controlled. There's a bishop who said the other day that poor people are very easily controlled. That's why they have created poverty. That is why the politics of Kenya has never been about issues. Never ever. It has always been about the interests of a few individuals. Sure. That is from the time of the so-called independence. That's what's been happening. It has never been about you and me. It has never been about the issues of the so-called Wanjiko. They call us Wanjiko, I don't know, whatever. But let me tell you, it has never been about us. It has always been about the individuals. And one thing I also tell the people here, another thing we have refused to see is the hidden hand of foreign nations or foreign interference in the politics of this country and so many other African countries.
We had a mission of voting to church. Can we go?
Yes. Yeah, we'll go. If you say we'll go, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. We must deliver our statement.
Tell us why you are here today.
I am here because I'm very saddened with what happened the other day. The president giving 20 million to the church. Though some people are saying that I was talking with the police officers who had arrested me. And they are saying, what evidence do you have that he has taken the money? And they've said maybe he has not taken the money. And we can give him a benefit of doubt. But the fact that was said and he allowed himself for that thing to be said by the president, who should be serving the people of Kenya and not individuals.
Let's continue. Continue. Let us continue.
So, it is very bad what happened. Nothing is working in this country. SHA is not working. And it's affecting everyone. So the priority should be how our health care will work. And I've told people this, I want to put the issue deeply. It is the poor people who vote in this country. And when we are voting, we are very, 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 very dear to the politicians. Is it true or false? True. They come even to have vibandas to eat there. We are very, very, very dear to them. But once we finish voting, they forget about us completely. Like now, the issue of focus in the city, we are being chased away from the city. But when we are voting, they have not said they are going to chase us. to chase us out of the city. I'm not saying hawkers should remain in the city. There should be order. But there should be an alternative for the people. An alternative should be given, because the problems hawkers and hawking in the city is created by politicians for political mileage, as are so many other problems created in this country. Let me tell you, these people have destroyed everything. The healthcare system, they have destroyed by stealing and looting from the public coffers. But when they get sick, when their children get sick, they go overseas. And so, you know, I'm telling you, I was telling you that it's the poor people who vote in this country. You not see a campaign in Karen or those other little suburbs. You not see. But when we vote, these people steal from us, and when they get sick, or when their children get sick, when their wives get sick, where do they go to hospital? They go overseas. They have destroyed the education system. They cannot bring their children into the public schools, and they are the ones who have destroyed our public institutions. That is very, very, very sad. Very, very sad. The kind of politicians we have in this country, I don't know what word can describe them. But they are evil. They are evil, and we must face them and remove them from power. We must take power to the people. Power belongs to the people. Sure. Power came from the people. Sure. Dictators will die, and the hate of men will pass, and the power will return to the people from where it came from. Africa.
What's your message to the young people, the Gen Z?
I would say to the Gen Zs, I'm cognizant of what they've gone through. I'm cognizant of what they did in June 25. In fact, that was very, very, very great of what they did in June 25. But it's so sad that we lost so many lives, and it's still very sad that